Man, we're crushing it. We've talked religion and it sounds like we're getting into politics now.
Hi, friends. Welcome back to Really Famous. You know AJ Cook, right? She plays JJ on Criminal Minds and now Criminal Minds Evolution. Well, she is fabulous in real life, like a totally real person who you're going to want to get to know better and hang out with, which you're about to do because that's what we do right now. So let's do it. So you grew up pretty religious. It's Mormonism, right? Is
Yeah.
your religion?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you feel comfortable talking about it? Or is there like a
Well, yeah. I mean, I was raised Mormon, which was a very strange way to grow up uh, in the suburbs of Toronto when there really wasn't another one for miles and miles. So
so
it
it's
was,
just your family?
um, yeah. I really didn't have many friends that I think I was the only one at my high school that
Oh,
was
okay.
Mormon. I mean, my siblings, but they weren't like practicing or
Right.
anything. Um, so yeah, it was kind of I want to say like a
Yeah.
little lonely to grow up that way by yourself. Um, so it was interesting. I love a lot of things about the religion. But a lot of other things I'm not so jazzed about. But
Okay.
I don't know. It's tricky talking about it. My parents are still practicing and they're diehards, and I would never say anything about the religion
Hmm.
to hurt it in any way. I think to each his own, and I think people should be able to believe in whatever it is that they believe in. So it works really well for my parents.
Yeah, yeah, I get it. So you're not really
And
practicing to the extent that they are anymore.
no, not like they are. Yeah. But I
Yeah.
love it and I will never speak badly of it. And people are allowed to have whatever opinions they want about it. Um, I love I love the family aspect of it. I think that's really beautiful. The family units. Yeah. But I
I
don't know, it's
feel
kind of an
like,
awkward thing to
yeah, I get
talk
it.
about, but
I feel like with a lot of things, the nice thing is you really can't. I mean, I don't know that you always can do this, but you can choose to pick and choose the things that you really appreciate about it,
yeah.
and just not do the things that you feel like aren't really in sync with whatever, however you feel or what you believe in. As you go
Hmm.
along. I mean, I don't. Like I think that's with a lot in life. It's like that. Like
Yeah.
you see things and you're like, okay, I'll take this with me, or okay, I'm going to
Hmm.
leave that on
Hmm.
the table or whatever.
Yeah. And that's what's so cool about growing up and gaining wisdom and figuring out what works for you and what doesn't quite make sense to you.
Right.
Um, yeah, and that's what I've had to do, figure out what feels good to me and what doesn't, and be at peace with that.
Totally. I
Yeah.
imagine too, it might be challenging because I think there's probably a lot of misconceptions too, though, right? Like
Hmm.
not even the things that you've left, but I know like there are like the things that the documentaries or whatever, and that's not even, it's like a sect that's further away from the
Hmm.
Church of Latter-day Saints,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. A lot of the times Mormons are connected to plural marriage and that whole thing, like, 50 wives and 200 children. And yeah, that's a different sect of the religion. But yeah, the religion did practice that at one point
Mm.
for quite some time. But they have since moved beyond that. So I guess
Yes.
there's the people that believe that God doesn't change, which is that is what they teach. So I think that's why there are still a lot of people practicing that way because that was how the prophet lived back then. So,
Right. It's like, I guess he's like, there are people who always believe in the beginnings or like this,
hmm
how something was founded. It's like same with
hmm
probably the United States or whatever else.
yeah,
Like this is what,
yes,
right?
absolutely. Any constitution,
Yeah.
any foundation, or like, that things change, and we evolve as people, and our lives evolve, and the not everything is dire like it used to be back then. So
hmm
yeah, but it's tricky. I get it. I get it.
Yeah. I mean, and there are just certain topics that are always going to be tricky, to talk about or that people are going to have opinions about. And
Hmm
it is what it is. That's another one. This is like, it has nothing to do with anything, but that's another one of my favorite sayings. I don't even know what it really means, except it says it perfectly. It is what it is. Like, it
Yeah,
is what it is.
it is. It is. Yeah, I feel like things have become so polarized now, and it's a shame. I feel like we've sort of lost ourselves a little bit in it all. You know, Man, we're crushing it. We've talked religion, and it sounds like we're getting into politics now. What else is
Yeah, let's
next?
leave the politics. Let's like, okay,
Yeah,
if we
no,
did,
no, definitely want to go there.
yeah, we did the religion. So like, I think that's great. And I do like to, I have to say, I do like to talk about real things. Like I like to talk about
Yeah.
things, and it's not even so much topics like, oh, let's debate this topic or let's discuss this topic that is, kind of about, not really directly about us. It's kind of just part of the world. I'm usually much more interested in what our own experiences are, like what your experiences are. So that would be like, religion is probably not a topic that I've even talked about very much on my show.
hmm
It interests me though, because how it affects you, like, you know what I mean? Because it's part of your life. So that's what's most interesting to me. Politics, I mean, it's a part of people's lives too, but I do try to avoid it to a certain degree on the show. And it's not just to please everybody, but to me, it's just not as meaningful as like our own
Yeah.
personal experiences and our human connections and whatnot. But
Yeah.
yeah, we are crushing it.
Yeah, crushing it.
Wait, there's more with AJ. In the next segment, we will talk about her family life, her kids, her husband, and how she stays grounded in the crazy, wild, wacky world of Hollywood. Please make sure you drop a like if you like this interview and comment for sure. I love comments. I read them. I always want to know what you're thinking about the show. And be sure to subscribe. And if you want to catch my interview with AJ's coworker, Joe Mantegna, that's another good one. You can just tap up here on this card or click on the link in the description below, and you'll enjoy that one too, I have a feeling. Thanks for watching. I'm Kara, and I'll see you next time.